And then my question for you, Bruno. So this comes from a writer. They say, we are not allowed to place a foreign tenant that doesn't have a valid and current work permit or special work visa. Does the same apply for a South African citizen who is a qualified rental applicant, but who has advised that his employee will be occupying the property? Should we have the work visa or permit for that occupier in the circumstances?
So the question around entering into lease agreements with illegal foreigners comes up quite a lot. And it is a criminal offense. A person, a landlord, and also an estate agent cannot facilitate the entering of a lease agreement or the provision of a property to an illegal foreigner, obviously if they know that it is an illegal foreigner, and there is an obligation to ensure that when entering into this agreement that you make yourself aware whether the person you're entering into the agreement with is in fact a legal foreigner. So this is an obligation. Being unaware of this provision is not a defense in our law, meaning that all landlords and estate agents carry this obligation. Now that is something most estate agents know about. The problem with the question is if we're not looking at the actual person that signs the lease agreement, we're speaking about the occupier. So let's play out this theme hypothetically, just so people can conceptualize it. If I knew that there was going to be an occupier, and this occupier was going to be an illegal foreigner, I knew about this. And instead, I tell this occupier, please go and speak to this person. This person's legal in South Africa. Let me sign the lease with him, and then he can let you stay on the property. So from a context perspective, do you understand how that abuse is still associated with a criminal offense? Now, if the illegal occupier, if you're entering into the lease with a legal person, a South African resident as an example, and he's speaking about bringing his employees and placing them on the property. Honestly, and I think this might be a bit gray because I don't have the exact precise answer, but honestly, unless you've got a suspicion that the people that he's placing on the property are in fact illegal, I don't think that there is an obligation on you to go and now vet every single occupier, because the employer should have already done that. So as far as I'm concerned, that obligation sits on the employer, and all you've had to do is sign a lease with the employer. But please don't forget that it is still a criminal offense to make a property available to an illegal occupier. So just be very careful, because if you are aware, and this is something that was brought to your attention, and you know that the people that are going to be staying on the property are in fact illegal, then you could get into trouble because you were aware and you should have done something about it, such as not signing the lease agreement with the employer.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Bruno.
Sure.
And that brings us to an end of this week. Thank you. We'll see you next week for the last one of the year.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks so much, Nick.
Cheers.
Awesome. Bye.